Okay, my dear students, let's talk about the meta tag. The meta tag is a very simple concept, but with a magnitude of effect on your web page. Okay, what is the meta tag? Okay, the meta tag is, this is how it is written in HTML. Okay, and it goes between the head tag, okay, the head and the backslash head tag. All right, are you with me? So this tag goes here, right here. So if I was supposed to add the meta tag, okay, if I was supposed to write it here, I would be writing here between the head and the close head tag. I would insert it right here, and the meta tag goes something like this. I will explain why we do it, but just add it to your code. Okay, name is equal to keywords. Okay, let's see if you try to understand what this is, because HTML is an easy to understand language. It's all in English. So let's try to understand what this code is saying. HTML, meta tags, metadata. Okay, and then you add another meta tag here. You close the tag, and then you could say meta name is equal to description. Just write it. I will explain what it means. Content is equal to contains information about meta tags. Okay, and let's close this tag, and then add a third meta tag and say meta name is equal to revised. Okay, and then content is equal to, okay, the meta tag, as you can imagine, okay, as you can see, the meta tag has the name and content attribute. Okay, name and content attribute revised, and content is equal to green event managers, and you can write today's date as, for example, 27th December 2015. Okay, and inverted commas, close and close this tag. And the last meta, you must have seen this in many places. If you try to go to any website and double click, and then you will see view source. If you view source, you can check this out. Meta, it's in every single, especially e-commerce website. Okay, let me try to explain what meta tag is about. Let me just continue it. Hold on a second, please. Okay, let's go up and let's try to explain. The meta tag is information about data, information about your website. Meta tags help you catch the attention of your search engine. For example, Google, Yahoo, AOL, whatever search engine you have, ask.com. What meta tag does is it will attract the attention of your search engine, and it will give it this information. It will say this is all about HTML, and it contains information about meta tags. This web content contains information about meta tags. So anybody who's conducting a search on Google like this, for example, if they're conducting a search on Google, all they need to write is meta tag. Meta tags. Okay, and you see here meta elements are tags used in HTML or XHTML, okay, documents to provide structured data about a web page. So any meta tags that Google understands, meta element, how to use meta tags. Okay, meta tags, how to use Google meta tags, and Webopedia has more information. So if Green Event Managers has information about meta tag, it will also show up in the search engine. Why? Because you have specified the keywords through which search engines work using keywords. They will capture the keywords found in the meta tag section, and then they will display the website. Okay, now it is very the competition about capturing attention of websites and displaying them on the first page of the Google search is very high, because more and more companies are trying to list their websites in searched items at the top, okay, or at least on the first page. And there's a whole business about this called SEO, search engine optimization. So if you have an e-commerce website or blogging website or your own business, you would like people to look at it more and more, you need to define the meta tag. You have to define the meta tag, and you have to give its name and content about a lot of things. At least give the keywords and description. And if you give it revised, this will tell the search engine that the last revision was done at this date. Okay, the more you update this date, the more Google search engine or other search engines are likely to catch your website and display it on the first page. Okay, and try to be as descriptive as possible, because people, they type a string of characters in the Google search, the text box, they enter a lot of things, and if any of the words match this description, your website is going to come up. Okay, and the last one was meta HTTP. This is a third attribute of meta. At HTTP is equal to, and what I'm trying to tell about my HTTP link, the http.greeneventmanagers.com. Refresh. Okay, and this is another use. Content equals to 6. Okay, this information may not make sense to you right now, but it makes complete sense to the web browser. Okay, it makes sense to the web browser, and what the web browser would do is it will make sure that your content is refreshed. Okay, and refresh it as many times as possible, and also it will give information to the browser, to the search engines, what the keywords are. If the user types any of these keywords, show my website. If the user types any of this description, show my website. And just to let you know, I revised this website, and the last date was this. Okay, the older this date is, the more, your website will not get any precedence. It will not get any priority. It will be listed at the bottom. Okay, so all of this information is very important for SEO, and this is how you manually do it. Many HTML editors, they create this by themselves. Okay, and you just have to input information here for the attributes, the name, the content, and the HTTP. And I believe there's one more. It's called the scheme. The scheme attribute, it specifies a scheme to use to interpret the property's value as declared in the content attribute. But we're not going to worry about that. But these are the main common uses of meta tag. Okay, if I save it and I try to run my website, it's not going to make any changes. Okay, but as I said, this information is for the website. Okay, let me try to refresh the page. Okay, nothing happens, but the browser has extra information about this website, about this web page. Okay, with this I conclude my chapter 3 on content. Okay, we have heading 1, heading 2, heading 3. We worked on the headings. We also worked on the strong element. We worked on the emphasis EM element. We also worked on the HR, the horizontal rule element, the BR, the break rule element. And then we found out that this is how you need to give a thematic break. Okay, then we use the ordered and unordered lists. Okay, and we created 2 kinds of lists here, ordered and unordered. And that's it. Up next, I'm going to cover all about, I'm going to talk about quotation. I'm going to talk about, okay, the 4th chapter is all about color, formatting, background. I'm going to mainly talk about colors, okay? How you can add a background color, how I did this, how did I find these colors. And I'm going to talk about alignment, how do you align your headings in the center. And while I'm at it, I will also create pages for each of these to be able to follow, okay? And this would be done in the fourth chapter. Fourth chapter would be all about color, formatting, more about formatting, and more about how you can have more control over your HTML language, okay?